Leading one sideline, that's Sean McVay. Facing a team his grandfather John guided to 5 Super Bowl titles as the general manager back in the 80s and 90s. His guys a lowly 2-4 over the last 6 weeks. Across the field, Kyle Shanahan, coach of the 49ers. His players all set to go here on Christmas night. Welcome everybody tuning in. Kate Scott and Brock Heward here as Jake Bates is going to get this started. And we're underway here in Santa Clara. Already we've got a loose football. And a fumble recovery is made. And they limit the damage on the return, but it is still a turnover. Neither offense has even taken the field yet, and already, Brock, a massive swing in this contest.
Yeah, think about it this way, Kate. If we didn't have the coin toss before the game and one team got the ball to start both halves, what an advantage it would be, and that's exactly what this offense has right now.
Ready?
All right, let's get this one on the road, Brock. It is 1st and 10.
All right, go! 60 reps. Ready?
First carry now for Kyron Williams. And he sneaks this through the middle, maybe a gain of 2. Well, this late in the year, Brock, just about every team in the league, as we all know, is battling some injury woes, and these guys are no exception.
It's an unfortunate byproduct of any sport, but especially the trauma involved in this sport. You're going to lose guys over the course of the season. And the later in the season you're dealing with injuries, the more the depth of your roster is so tested. Now it's time for those lesser-known names to make their name.
They got 2 yards there. That leaves them with 3rd down and 5. Here's a throw. Pass brought in by Jennings. Touchdown, L.A. The Rams finish off their opening drive. So our first score of the game here as they cap off that drive with a touchdown.
It's really what you're looking for, Kate, offensively. You want to force the other guys into thinking they need to play a little catch-up right away. So a nice job to get that first score and take early control of this game.
Now it's Jake Bates for the extra point. The point after splits the upright. And the Rams will jump out to a 7-0 lead.
49ers nothing.
Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. He fields it from the 8. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. So here come the 49ers for their opening drive. And leading them out, it's one of the game's all-time leading passers. The top pick back in 2009. Still going strong. It's Matthew Stafford.
The biggest mistake he could make here is letting his offense get suckered into trying and matching the pace while the opposition just set. Even if it's a quick score to begin the game, he's got to have the poise, the patience here to run the opening script they plan for all week long. Play your game and not let the circumstances dictate and force your hand early.
This is going to make it down to the 6. That's going to set him up with 1st and goal.
What an injection of momentum for the offense on that play. With the energy boost in a much shorter field, I predict it's not going to be long, Kate, till they finish this series off.
set themselves up well for an opening drive touchdown here, Brock. It's 1st and goal.
Hey, 22! 20 hot! Another 20! Tonight!
Working inside the red zone. Caught just shy of the goal line. And he pushes it all the way to the goal line, but goes out at the 1. Setting up, 2nd and goal.
At the 1-yard line.
The ladies!
They'll send him up the middle. He's going to be taken down as this defense shows some backbone. Great stand to get him at the 2. The presence of those tight ends works both ways, Brock. You know this. Gives them more blockers up front, but it also clues the defense in to be ready for that run.
Yeah, you could put 7 blockers up there, even put 8, I don't know, 9. All the blockers in the world, but if they don't work in concert together to create a lane, it doesn't matter.
3rd and goal. It's Stafford. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete. Now, after that play, we have somebody banged up down there. Injuries never a welcome sight so close to the end of the season. They're out to attend to him. All right, they're going for this. I like this being aggressive from the get-go on their opening drive. So the officials are officially on board tonight. For the first time, a flag flies. Somebody moved early. There was a blitz coming, and that got somebody to panic and jump early. It cost them 5 yards. They send out Eddie Pinheiro for the field goal. Pretty automatic look for him from the left. Pinheiro's kick is good, and it's dropped back down now to a 4-point game.
They were able to answer a score with a score, maybe not to tie the game, but to certainly turn some of the momentum.
Now Pinheiro on to handle the kickoff. Starting from the 5. Only manages to get this back to the 20 before he's taken down. The Rams and receiver Puka Nacua back out to take possession. And he's up over 80 receptions on the season. An impressive number, and it's good enough to sit him among the league's best as well. Rams ready for this one. Here's 1st and 10.
Down.
Here's Williams to start the drive. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense. So some immediate revenge for that last play, Brock. I don't know. What do you think? Is it going to take away the pain from giving up that big run the prior play?
Not necessarily, because it really does take a group failure to give up a big run like that in the NFL, but it also takes a whole lot of teamwork to knock them behind the sticks. Job well done there.
Finds his back, Kyron Williams. And he'll be out of bounds at the 25-yard line.
Rhythm. You hear me talk about rhythm a lot. Whether it's a golf swing, a baseball swing, heck, even a bowler gets himself into rhythm. And I'm just telling you, Kate, from experience, these little throws to running backs.
This time they're going to get to him before he can get that pass away. So he goes down. And they come up big on 3rd down there with the sack.
Sometimes I wish everybody could feel what that feels like. When you're a QB and you just feel the air in the pocket getting sucked out and you know there's no escape, it can be just one heck of a deflating feeling. Not for that defense who puts a sack on the board.
So here's Jack Brownie to punt this one away. And he's going to have to hit this one from the edge of his own end zone. Only punted once in last week's loss, and he gets this one away. Collects this at the 35. And he's brought down before the return gets far. San Francisco headed out for its 2nd possession of the game. And their last drive did end in points. Not as many as they wanted, though. They had to settle for that field goal despite advancing the football pretty well. Great starting spot here for the 49ers. They're headed up 1st and 10. To throw, Stafford. He lost that football. But it looks like the 49ers were the first to it, and they make the recovery. Almost the impact play this defense was searching for, but they could only get half the job done, partner. Fumble forced, but they couldn't recover.
I'll tell you what else it forces, though. That coordinator, that play caller on the other side, now got a little bit of doubt about his ball handlers. Got to have better ball security than that.
On target to his back, here's Christian McCaffrey. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47.
Makes it 3rd and 3.
Stafford now on 3rd down. Couldn't bring it in over the middle. Incomplete. Couldn't find Deebo Samuel on that throw. And that'll bring up 4th and 3.
Now 4th down.
The 49ers are lined up in punt formation. And they could really use a good one here. He was only needed twice in last week's win, and he gets this one away. And they'll get to this one right around, actually exactly at the 15-yard line. Now LA getting its offense all set to go. And it's far from the first time we're seeing this unit head out, Brock. But what we haven't seen so far in this opening half, we haven't seen much in terms of yardage.
No, it's like they've written a few lyrics, but nowhere close to a song yet.
Here we
Back to pass on 1st and 10. Off pass to Williams. And this one does not go far.
Dude, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason. And one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league.
On 2nd down, a run with Williams. He takes it ahead for a healthy 7 yards. It's 3rd down.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that 1st down marker.
Here he is on 3rd and short. On 3rd down, they wind up going the wrong way. That one goes backwards.
He specializes in salvaging broken plays out of the backfield, but even he couldn't get anything out of that one, Kate. That defense, they were all over it.
The Rams are set to punt. It'll be Jack Browning to kick it away. Ooh, snap came in slow, but he got it away. He takes this in on his side of midfield. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. Now out comes the San Francisco offense. They were only on the field for 3 plays their prior series, Brock. Let's see what changes they make to take over here. The 49ers find themselves in a great starting spot here. 1st and 10 coming up.
Move 60.
Right up the gut. And this great effort winds up getting them well into enemy territory before he's brought down. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs. Markers reset, ball at the 37.
Ready. Hot. Moving hot.
Shotgun, handoff to McCaffrey. And he's brought down by a collective effort there. Only 1 yard on the carry.
Hey, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Ball start. Offense.
One of the most common penalties in the sport, and the reaction, it's the same every time, Brock. Frustration from the coach as they get backed up 5 yards. So the false start backs him up 5. Here comes 2nd and long.
Set. Ready hot. 280. Ready hot.
Shotgun snap to Stafford. Has him on the quick hitter. Decent gain here, but short of the first. Rams going nickel here on 3rd down.
Ready, move. Moving hot. Sit on.
Here's Stafford. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
Okay, they don't rightly care who it's going to go to in that situation. All they really care about are the results on 3rd down. That's exactly the result they needed, enough to keep this drive moving.
All right, they look set now. Here we go, 1st and 10.
Set. Hot. Ready hot.
Stafford from the gun. He's going deep this time. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Took his shot at 6 that time. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
You know, that type of play is so doggone impressive, not just because it saves a touchdown, He had timed that perfectly to knock it free without drawing a flag or letting him establish possession for the score.
Hop behind the line here on second down, which is only going to make things tougher for this third down coming up.
A 2-yard loss brings up third down.
This drive in some serious trouble. It's 3rd and 12. And they just get the play off. This is a heater going deep. And guys, man, that's a San Francisco touchdown. The 49ers hold a slim 2-point lead early. Ricky Pearsall with the touchdown.
First thing you do as a quarterback, the first thing that you do when you get to the NFL level, if you haven't learned it earlier, is you scan those safeties. Do I got middle field open or close? Do I got a single high or too high? Is that post going to be available? Because if it is, big plays can follow.
Eddie Pinheiro on now for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the 49ers push their lead to 3. We played one here on Christmas Day. Scoreboard shows 10-7. Back to Levi's Stadium right after this. Return coming from the 6. He's brought down just inside the 25. Possession switching back to the LA offense as they head out. Their last drive didn't make it very far before they had to punt it away, partner, so hopefully this one has some better legs to it. LA offense all set. Here's 1st and 10.
Come on, set! Set, yellow, 22. Set.
Drive begins with a run. It's Williams. And they'll take this ahead for 7. We've got 2nd and 3 now.
That is just a great drive start. What every offense wants. Gives you a little bit of energy, a little juice, and now a really manageable 2nd down.
Nice run last play. Sets up 2nd and 2. He's going to throw this one. Short pass brought in. And the gain only about 2 before he heads out. That means they're going to face 3rd down.
There's no negatives ever on a grade sheet for a completion, but that's one of those situations. If you're going to take a risk and throw an out route, you'd sure like to see a little bit more yardage gained.
They were loaded and ready for that sneak, weren't they? They stopped him at the line. No gain.
Kate, is there a simpler play in football that's come to life more than the QB sneak? We see all different varieties now, but it has become so darn effective. When you've got a tough QB who wants to put it on his shoulders, you sign up for it.
Hits his running back. He's forced out of bounds after picking up about 7.
When there's heat, that blitz coming off the snap, that QB's eyes, you could see it right away. He got to his check down in a hurry. But Kate, here's the key. Quarterback and running back have to be on the same page. The 2 were right there, and netted some positive yards.
Defender gets to him right around the line. It's going to be marked as no gain, so Brock, that means 3rd down coming up. Man, some of these middle backers are so impressive these days, Brock. No problems at all for him to range downhill and cut that play down behind the line.
Kind of the calling card of the position played today. They're not as big as they once were, but boy, can they run. As you said, whether it's downhill or sideline to sideline like that.
This is going to be short. Quick stop by the defense to bring up 4th down.
Here we go. Here's one of those game situations that just puts a smile on my face because I can think from Pop Warner to the NFL, everybody on the field thinking the same thing. Can we go for it? Can we get one more shot as you end up just short on that 3rd down?
He's out of bounds after some great work on that return. The 49ers, then Matthew Stafford set to go back on offense. And at the pace he's begun the game throwing the football, Brock, he is in line for a special type of performance if they need to keep throwing it until the end. Great starting spot here for the 49ers. They're headed up 1st and 10.
Red 80.
Plowing up the middle. They bring him down, but not before he picks up 7, Brock, to begin this drive.
Cool thing about a drive starting run like that, Kate, is it really just gives you every opportunity in the playbook, whatever you want to do. But as for me, I like to reward that runner. Give it to him again and see if he can get you a new set of downs.
He's all the way across midfield, down inside that 45-yard line. They get an even 10 on that play. And it brings up a San Francisco first down.
You know, the elite running backs in this league, they don't just see what's right in front of them. You set up big runs like this because they see what's behind them. That's called extraordinary vision and extra yards.
Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass. First time this game they've looked to him. And it sets up second down. Stafford back to throw. Finds him over the middle. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. And now we'll get a pause here. Trainer's headed out to take a look at an injured player. Let's hope it isn't anything that's going to keep him from finishing this season strong. To the line. Here's 3rd and 3.
Set. Waiting.
Working from the gun. Here's Stafford. Forces that one, and it's intercepted. Emmanuel Forbes makes the play. And the Rams will take over as he records his first interception of our season.
All the QBs in this league, they love their slot guys. We see it all over the NFL, that close relationship between quarterback and slot receiver. They play in such chemistry. But then when you get a defender that can get in the middle of it and mix it up and read and react in that kind of way, you get interceptions right out of the slot. That is a job well done.
Good field position for the Rams as they get ready. 1st and 10.
Ready.
They'll come out throwing. Play didn't break how they wanted it, and he throws this away.
The lack of points and the lack of yards has just gone hand in hand here in the first half, and they both really trace back to the same root cause, an inability to consistently find and exploit any opening in what's been a very sound defensive game plan.
Looking right, and he finds him. And they're going to bring him down just on the other side of midfield. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And the Rams are going to have a first down.
That's just discipline with a capital D. The play in the huddle is a running back screen, but it takes discipline for that offensive line to not get downfield. Discipline for that receiver to stay alert and stay aware. And he's a viable option as well.
And he's going to have this one down in the 37. It's a pickup of 11. And it brings up an LA first down. Markers reset, ball at the 37. Jennings coming in motion right. First down, and they go right back to him. And he works his way for a gain of 4.
These are some of the little hidden plays in a game. Right? Doesn't look like a whole lot on the stat sheet, but A, it gets a good yardage. B, it sets up your play action. And C, most importantly, keeps that defense guessing.
Throwing it on 2nd down. Completed over the middle. To the house. Touchdown, LA. The Rams parlay the interception into points. So sensational work by the skill man there, Brock. Anytime you can make your quarterback look that good, you know he appreciates it.
That's a quarterback's best friend, no question. But on the other side, gosh, defensively, you got to get that skill player down. Period. End of story. You can't give up that much yards after catch.
Up the middle, and somebody blocked it! And he's grabbed down. It was a long shot after the block anyway, and they're unable to add anything on top of that touchdown.
How many times do we get to the end of the game when we look back and go, geez, we never knew what was the defining play. Hey, listen, that was just 1 point. It seems small now, But more than likely, in the end, that block and that single point could loom very, very large.
And this will give him some decent field position here, partner. This gets out to the 30. The 49ers are headed back out on offense as we get a look at Christian McCaffrey. And he has run roughshod over them in this opening half. Pretty sure this is the exact kind of start that he was hoping to have here. 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Set. 280.
They'll start this one on the ground with McCaffrey. Solid run in here. That's 9 yards as he brings up 2nd down. After a quality effort on the last play, just really need to fall forward here to pick up that 1st down. On 2nd down, here's McCaffrey. And he'll get them enough for a 1st down.
That's certainly a spot where you could be more aggressive, Kate, if you want to take your shots. Some coaches, even the bolder ones, will take the safe play first when they get it from time to time. No 3rd down required now.
So it's the 2-minute warning here from the home of the faithful. The 49ers facing a deficit near the break. Let's see how they attack this 1st down, Brock, from the 43. Back to throw here, Stafford. This is going to fall down the whole way to the turf. Incomplete.
With each incompletion, each turnover, each sack, you can almost just feel this offense's frustration. Really imperative, this quarterback, stay positive. Just keep chopping away.
Stafford to throw again on 2nd. Has it in close. And they've got to him just a step or 2 before he can reach the 40 as he's sent out. They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Blue 60.
Here's the handoff. And a couple of teammates combining there for the stop after just 1 yard.
Sometimes just feel like in the background of every ho-hum run is a bigger play. Just needed one more component. Hit that extra block a little longer. Find the lane quicker. The defender maybe a half step late. And this could have been much, much more exciting.
Stafford now. Kittle brings it in. And they bring him down around the 34.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage. The trusty tight end.
Stafford's going to throw on 3rd and 1. Kittle makes the catch. And he's brought down. They're going to mark him at the 14. They get 20 yards out of the play and move the chains.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On 3rd down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity. Man, did he make an impact play.
From the red zone now. Pearsall on the slant.
Good luck defending that short yardage slant. Just not going to happen. There's a reason this is a go-to play for just about any quarterback in every situation.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Stafford throwing again. Forced back to his right. Oh, he was on the move, but so was the defense, and they take him down. Get a timeout here taken by the 49ers. That's going to be their 1st. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Let's see what they went with. 3rd down.
Ready. 180.
Stafford now off the play fake. Into the end zone, but someone's able to knock it away. That's incomplete. Great play defensively there to just get a hand in there and deny that touchdown.
That's exactly right. Active hands and aggressive mindset. As a DB, you've got to assume that every throw is going to be a touchdown. And you're the last line of defense, the guy that's got to make the play on the ball, and he just did. Just a whole different mindset now, Kate, really for both sides. As they go into halftime, more than likely tied, just starting from scratch. Whole new ball game.
Eddie Pinheiro set to kick off.
Now after tying this game up, they're all set to send her away. Has this at the 6. The coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. drive starts with barely any time left. 13 seconds in the half.
Let's go.
All right, keeping it simple. They're just going to call a give right up the middle. He picks up 5 on that first down run, brings up second down.
He's tackled at the 32-yard line. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up
So
second
we're all knotted
down.
up here at the half, Brock, as we send this over to our buddy Scott Hansen, who's got our halftime report. Scott?
Okay, Kate, thanks very much. Final 3 weeks of the regular season. The regular season witching hour, when playoff teams become also-rans and also-rans become playoff teams. Let's dive in. Our trip around the league starts now, and it kicks off in South Florida. The Dolphins at home to take on the Chiefs. And here's the Chiefs wideout. It's fired deep downfield. He's right there to secure it. 75 yards this one goes. The catch and run for the score. The Chiefs get an important win here in the race to get one of those final wild cards in the AFC. From there, why don't we go to Cleveland? Let's check in on the Browns as they play host to the New England Patriots. And it's the Browns QB. He's going to take this one himself. He also had 2 touchdown passes in the game. The Browns come away with a 4-point victory. Lastly, let's go to Pittsburgh. It's the Steelers hosting the Cincinnati Bengals. And this is the Steelers quarterback. He had a heck of a game. This, one of 2 touchdown passes. He also ran for a score. The Steelers win their 4th straight as they get the victory here. With that, time for a look at the playoff picture in the AFC. Things getting interesting now as the regular season starts to wind down. Meanwhile, in our game, we expected a tight one, and we got it, all even at the break. As we hand it back over to the commentary team, Kate Scott and Brock Heward.
Set up for an incredible second half, all tied as we kick it away here in quarter number 3. Brings in the kick at the 9. He's stopped on the run back at the 27. The Rams ready to get things started on offense to begin the 3rd. And they could take control of the second half early, Brock, if they break the tie on this opening drive. LA bringing the offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10. Motioning him from the slot right. Second half starts with a run by Williams. Oh, a lot of effort there, partner, but no results. He fought through that run stop, but only managed to get back to the line of scrimmage. Well, this late in the year, Brock, just about every team in the league, as we all know, is battling some injury woes, and these guys are no exception.
It's an unfortunate byproduct of any sport, but especially the trauma involved in this sport. You're going to lose guys over the course of the season. And the later in the season you're dealing with injuries, the more the depth of your roster is so tested. And now it's time for those lesser-known names to make their name.
No connection on the last play. Now it's 3rd down.
Ready.
3rd and long for him here. Finds his man over the middle. And he's short of the 1st after a mile gain.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
Secures this at the 17. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. The 49ers and Matthew Stafford set to go back on offense. And he has continued to own this defense and keep on throwing that football, partner, making this performance one that he's going to remember, but as you like to say, the defense would probably rather forget. On the ground to begin the drive with McCaffrey. Got a good handful there as it brings up second down. And he's certainly given us a performance worthy of these primetime likes. This is now a 100-yard game that he's put together. Back to McCaffrey on second down. And they're going to have this up at the 44-yard line as they haul him down. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a first down.
Easily had the yardage for a first, but he was hungry for a lot more. I think that tackle prevented something that was going to be a lot bigger than just a first down pickup.
Throwing now on first down, Stafford. Dumped off to his running back. And he'll be brought down a step or two shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48. This is 2nd and 6 coming up.
On the pickup. 2nd and 6. At their 48-yard line.
Now to the running back. Ran into a wall that time. A couple of guys able to hold him right at the line of scrimmage. So 3rd down now. The line between safeties and linebackers gets real blurred on plays like that, Brock. He handled that one just like a Mike would have.
Yeah, if injuries were to ever crop up, Kate, I bet he could handle the linebacker spot for them as well. Just tremendous diagnosis in that run support. I'll tell you what, Kate, challenging this guy in a close game, you are tempting fate. He got one hand on it. He gets two. It could have gone the other way.
They're out now, ready to punt it. And he'll try to hit this one well. And he can't find anything as he goes out of bounds. Nothing on that return. The Rams headed out to the field now. And in a tie game, we've been sensing a breakthrough coming, Brock. Might this be the drive where we finally see one side get the edge over the other?
Well, if it is, Kate, you know and I know it's about play-to-play execution, and more than likely, making sure they can convert in some of those situational downs.
Straight ahead with Williams. And he powers ahead for about 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5.
You know, Kate, that might be a little bit of a disappointing run to him. He wanted more. They always do. That's exactly what they were after offensively to get this drive moving.
Throwing now off the play action. Escapes the pocket. And he's going to get this up to the 26 before being taken down. That's a pickup of 9. And the Rams are going to have a first down.
Yellow.
First down, Rams.
Here we go.
Up the gut they go with Williams. And their struggles on the ground continue as he's tackled after a small gain. Manages just a yard on first down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9. Changing things up. They're going to throw now. That one's complete over the middle. He's taken down just a couple of yards shy of the 40. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a first down.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! Little momentum. Keep that defense on its heels.
Catch White.
Go play action on first down. It is caught left side. And what a big play that was on first down, but we also have a flag. This might be coming back. A game they were pretty happy with goes away via the penalty. And now we're going to wait to see how they respond.
Still first down. On the ready.
So after they march off the 5 yards, here's 1st and 15. Slot man motioned over. They'll run here following the penalty. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
Kate, you know exactly what term I think of in a spot like this. Sticking his face in the sand. Because there are a lot of bigger bodies for a corner to sort through right there in the middle of the field. He still charged in, made that stop happen, and I promise you, his teammates notice.
Screen here for Williams. Short gain in the end to about the 36-yard line. Marshawn Lattimore up for the secondary for the stop. Wonder what's in the playbook here as they come up on 3rd and 11. Here he goes, 3rd and long. Left side there to Jennings. And he'll get it up to the 44.
You know, I like the completion. You never turn down a completion. That's just not the right throw to make in that spot to move the chains.
The Rams are set to punt. Ooh, snaps a little off, but he adjusts and sends it away. And that hit at the 5, but got the bounce it needed to reach the end zone for a touchback. The 49ers are headed back out on offense as we get a look at Christian McCaffrey. And he's played a major impact in their passing game, too. Look at this. We're near the end of the season, and he's leading all NFL backs in receiving yards. On 1st and 10, it's McCaffrey. Oh, he drops a cut to the right sideline. And they send him out of bounds as he gets this to the opposing 45. It's a massive 35-yard pickup. First down. One play in, Brock, and his drive is already in enemy territory. First down throw here for Stafford. He had it for a moment, but a complete defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
Defender's not going to be thrilled the catch was almost made on his watch, but more importantly, he breaks it up. Gives him a chance to do a little jawing after the play. Lets the other guy know he roughed him up and cost him that catch.
And this will only complicate matters for third down, partner. They're sent backwards.
The tackle man back at the 47-yard line.
Move 60!
Stafford from the gun. Catch made. And a nice gain here, but it stopped short of the first. The rookie out of Alabama, they're on the tackle.
Pursue, pursue, pursue. It's why they do these drills all the time, Kate. You do it through the offseason, you do it through training camp, you do them in the regular season. Because when a defense plays with tremendous pursuit, you force fourth downs just as they did. He connects now for a third time, and that's the biggest of the 3 field goals he's made in this contest. Gives him the lead. Now you turn the keys over to your defense to try and protect it.
Now Pinheiro on to handle the kickoff. That's going to be taken in at the 8. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. Out come the Rams on offense. And I'm sure they're tired of bringing out the punter, Brock. They're hopefully going to give him some rest this time around and find some points to go after that lead. Rams ready for this one. Here's 1st and 10.
Set cut! Set cut! Yellow, 22.
They'll go play action. Finds him on the crossing route. And they will finally catch up to him just a second before he could reach that 40. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12. Move set it down for him at the 38. First down, play action. That's on target, Puka Nacua. And this one will get them into enemy territory. Hit and stop quickly, but the catch moves him to the 48.
Okay, right.
And keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another 1st and 10.
Here we go.
First down, Los Angeles.
32. Yellow. Ready. Go. Ready.
They're going play action. Jump off caught by his back. And he's going to be brought down after reaching the 43. So just a lone quarter remains in our Christmas Day game. It's Rams football. They trail late, but this game's still very much in reach. Five still to go here. This is 2nd down.
Ready?
Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's going to get it out past the 40 before he goes out.
As quarterback, when you have an out route versus man coverage, you're just hoping and just praying your offensive guy could turn the hips of that defender. And once you see that, you got to cut it loose and let it go, just as they did right there.
And that short gain is enough for a new set of downs.
That's more than a must-get for a quarterback. I really put that in the always-get territory. Even if the defense knows what's coming, you got to be able to drive forward for at least a couple inches.
Throw left side, complete. And he nearly gets him another first down as they force him out just shy of the marker.
That wasn't going anywhere else on that play. It's one of the ones called specifically for the tight end because they know he's able to get a good release off that play action, and he gets himself in space to do some damage.
I love the call, Brock, but wrong situation there. The defense closes that sweep out behind the line.
A loss of 2 yards, and it's third down.
8th play of the drive now. They need 2 to keep it going.
Come on, set.
Here he is on 3rd and short. Short pass brought in, and he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
I feel so bad. I really do. And I don't mean this sarcastically. I feel bad for these guys in coverage. I don't know how you defend some of these players today because they get that drag route, they get one step inside of you, and there's very little you can do other than make the tackle.
And they make the stop as that play reaches the 14-yard line.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, give your quarterback a chance.
And he takes this in. Touchdown, Los Angeles. The Rams take a 4th quarter lead. And they've loved the scoring production he's brought out of their offense. That touchdown gives him 10 on the season. Now a try to go up by 4, put it out of the range of a field goal. He hits it true despite some issues with that snap. And the Rams take a 4-point lead.
16.
Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. Here's a return from the 7. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. The 49ers are headed back out on offense as we get a look at Christian McCaffrey. They get that big old marker out, cross a major number off his roadmap after that last drive. He's reached one of the marks that every back strives to hit at some point during the season. First call here coming from the shotgun.
Set.
Defense showing blitz. Stafford. He's trying to push the field. And this is going to end up incomplete. He really aired it out there on first down, but just couldn't make the connection.
It's now 2nd and 10.
Ball still on that 29-yard line as they come up to it. 2nd and 10.
Ready. Ready, hot. Blue 60. Ready, hot.
Trying an inside give now with McCaffrey. And he's going to be taken down here after he takes it to the 45. That play good for 17 and a first down.
Hey, these are the type of games he's counted on to get when they're available. Unfortunately, we had tremendous vision to see the seam and get through it before that window could close.
Going to the ground again on first. And they will stop him as he gets this down to their 39-yard line. He picks up 15 on the play. And that's a 49er first down.
Now, don't think for a second they're going to slow down the tempo. Defense on their heels. And right now is the best chance to go push that envelope and get aggressive.
Lady.
Play action now for Stafford. And the defender redirects that deep shot. Nicely done. Incomplete.
Well, he went for it all right there. That was a highlight reel waiting to happen if he could connect. So good to get out of the pocket, keep the play alive, but even better defensively to force the incompletion.
So it's 2nd and 10 now. Ball still at that 39-yard line.
Set. Yellow lady. Yellow lady. Ready, hot.
McCaffrey running between the tackles. And all he can get is a yard here, Brook. It's going to be 3rd down.
Emmanuel Forbes on the stop. A gain of 1 brings up 3rd down and 9.
Ready, hot. Wait.
Back to throw it. And that one's incomplete. For now, he brings up fourth. Let's see what this penalty flag is all about. So it seems like either way they were getting a fourth down here, but this way cost them some extra yardage too.
Hey, I get you want to avoid a possible turnover by forcing it down the field, but it's really hard to find a scenario where 10 yards and a loss of downs is the better outcome.
And this is the punt you want every time. He bounces out of bounds and sticks it inside their own 10. The Rams set to go on offense once more. They really had the passing game clicking on that last touchdown drive, partner. We'll see if they stick with that or if they mix things up a bit on this series. There's Williams to start the drive. And hopefully a bit of a wake-up for their ground game. It's a solid pickup there on the play. 2nd and 6 coming up here.
It's now 2nd and 6.
Come on, set. Blue, set.
Back to throw. Short pass caught by his tight end. He's going to have them up to that 23. It's a gain of 12 there. And it brings up an LA first down. We've reached the 2-minute warning in Santa Clara. Rams holding a 4-point lead. To the line and set. Here we go, first down. Handoff goes to Williams, running right. He surges ahead for 5. Make it 2nd down. So after the 2-minute warning, another stoppage here. The defense is calling time. 1:55 to go.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 28-yard line.
Throwing out to the left. Cup. Trying to fight free. He can't do so. They've got him behind the line. Now let's see, Brock, if they call their final timeout. 3rd and 6 for them to figure out now.
50, great, set, go.
Here he is to throw. He puts some air under it, deep down the left. He's got it inside the 25. They rip off a huge chunk of field as the downs reset. The 49ers will call their 3rd and final timeout. That's all they had, so the offense free to start running the clock down now.
And the Rams first down.
Victory formation here. Looks like they're going to take a knee on first down. It goes to a knee as time winds down in this one.
Here we go.
Kneel down here, and they can start to celebrate this win. He's down to a knee, and the Rams getting ready to celebrate this win. So make a check in that win column for the Rams. And it's a very happy holiday for these guys as they take the victory here on Christmas. That does it for another broadcast of the NFL on EA Sports. With my partner in the booth, Brock Hewitt, I'm Kate Scott. The Rams are winners, as we'll see you next time from Santa Clara.
The finish line is in sight. Hi everyone, Scott Hansen here, and this is your weekly recap for Week 16. Plenty of action to get to. We'll begin in Santa Clara. The Niners at home to take on the Los Angeles Rams. And here's the Rams wideout. He was a tough man to pin down all game long. This, one of his 2 touchdown catches. The Rams are able to come away with the road win. Next up, we go to the Steel City. We'll check in on the Steelers as they host the Cincinnati Bengals. And here's the Steeler wideout. He's so good working down the field, hauls this one in stride. A 55-yard touchdown. The Steelers walk it off. They win in overtime. Lastly, let's get down to Miami. The Dolphins hosting the Kansas City Chiefs. And this is Patrick Mahomes. He connects. It's a 16-yard touchdown. The Chiefs win their 3rd straight game as they get the victory today. So that'll do it for us as we look forward to what should be a fantastic final 2 weeks of the regular season. I'm Scott Hansen. Happy holidays from all of us at EA Sports.
We're situated about 8 miles west of New York City at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford. Today, Week 17 is upon us, and we've got a good one in store here, as it'll be the San Francisco 49ers taking on the New York Jets. On the visitor sideline, Niners head coach Kyle Shanahan. These guys flew across the country for this one. Always tough to play in the early slate of games. We're making that trek. On the other side, the head coach of the home team. His guys ready to show out in front of the home fans as they try to send them home happy at the end of this one. Just about set for football. Blake Groupie is ready to get us started. And we are underway from MetLife Stadium. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. So here's the first drive now for the 49ers. They'll be led out by a longtime starter in the NFL, a former #1 overall pick way back in 2009. It's Matthew Stafford.
Would you say that last week's performance by him, workmanlike in terms of numbers?
1 touchdown, 1 pick, but obviously a loss.
Yeah, and that's the bottom line for him. All he cares about is how do we find a way to win the game. Maybe leans on a few other parts of the offense, and hopefully springs a receiver or two free.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. Their first play from scrimmage is a pickup of 13. Well, there you go. This offense off to a strong start this afternoon.
Yeah, with a big run and a first down. That's putting what you practice into play. That's excellent execution to get things started.
Off of play action. Here's Stafford. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. But Charles, as we've covered, they've already clinched their spot in the postseason, so now they just want to avoid adding any additional names to this list before the postseason begins.
Terrific observation, because trying to move up a spot, I don't know if it's worth it if you're trying to play guys who aren't quite right. Get them healthy, get ready for the playoffs, make your move then.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10.
180.
Stafford. He's got it. Complete. 27 yards there on a very nice 3rd down conversion.
And even though this is a top 5 rushing offense, and we see this especially early in the game, they're going to do their best to keep you honest. They don't want you getting the habit of stacking the box, so that's a good throw there. And they're able to come up with the first down.
Here's the Pro Bowler, Christian McCaffrey. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The numbers for McCaffrey last week. By the end of that one, he was knocking on the door for 200 yards.
And that was as good as I've seen him run the football. I mean, he absolutely attacked that defense. It looked like he was on the varsity, and they were scrimmaging the JV.
He'll get this out right here to McCaffrey. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 17-yard line. A new set of downs after a strong pickup of 16 yards.
First and 10 at the 17-yard line.
Throw right side is going to be caught by Samuel. Calling a gain of a yard, and it's 2nd down.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at the 16-yard line.
Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. Titus Howard, right tackle, the man flagged for that one. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long.
250.
Out of the gun, Stafford. That's into the hands of Pearson on the right side. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. This one good for a first down, and also that is catch number 90 for him now on the season.
First and goal at the 4-yard line.
Now Stafford. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. He throws it on the move, but can't connect as that falls incomplete. Well, the incompletion, but now we also have an injured player. Always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside. Throwing is Stafford. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Now we got a player in some discomfort after that last play, and not the guy you want to see. That's quarterback Matthew Stafford. And not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment. A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. Now Jones. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
This is up and good from Pinheiro. So a long drive gets them down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
After the field goal, on to kick it away is Pinheiro. Escaping a tackler at the 25. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. So now here comes the Jet offense as they get ready to take over. They'll be led out by a first-round pick back in 2021 from Ohio State. It's Justin Fields.
And not only does he have all the skills that you're looking for as a quarterback, he's incredibly tough and plays the game fearlessly as both a runner and a passer. You provide a good running game around him and let him throw deep off the play action, you've got an all-star in the making.
And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. Here's Fields. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. It'll go as a gain of 4, and that'll bring up second down.
2nd and 6 at their 48-yard line.
Fields going to get this one out on the perimeter. And a stoppage here. We're going to need to take a moment as a Jet was shaken up on that one. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Again, Fields working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 31-yard line. A big third down pickup of 20 yards. Heck of a start for him here, Charles, on this opening drive, and they're doing it all through the air. That's 4 snaps and 4 passes so far.
I do think that there's an argument, Brandon, to maybe mix in a running play or two, but the way that these offenses are constructed, you can get that done with swing passes and checkdowns. The way they're throwing it, I keep pressing it downfield.
Now 2nd and 11 from the 32.
32-yard line.
Back to throw. Fields. And he's going to be taken down. Back around the 35-yard line. It'll go as a loss of 3 on the sack, and it brings up 3rd down. Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. Got a man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jets. A great effort there with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Jets are able to answer the early 3 points and take a first-quarter lead. They said that they wanted to get him involved early, and what a way to cap their opening drive, Charles. We know he's one of the fastest receivers in the NFL, and he showcased it on that play.
And when you have a guy like that, you want to make sure the defense sees him early, right? You want to see how they're going to adjust, how they're going to try and guard him, because they can't replicate his speed in practice unless they've got one of the few guys who are as fast as he is. And all it took was one drive, he burned them, and I don't think it's the last time they called his number in this one.
After the touchdown, here's Groupie to kick this one away. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. The Niners offense, led by their running back, headed out for the second possession. And he's been a huge factor in the passing game all season long. His numbers reflect that. Currently leads all NFL running backs in receiving yards. Now whistles here, and I think one of the big boys for the 49ers might have jumped. That flag, that'll push him back 5. A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Throwing, Jones. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. When you talk about this Jets defense, they're a unit that struggled some against the run, no doubt, coming in 25th out of 32 teams.
Stopping the run, that's been an issue for them all season long. Aren't you glad that you're not coaching the defense right now?
He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. Quentin Williams in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
I think you saw the same thing that I did there, partner. Remember, he's their backup quarterback, so the last thing they need is to lose another one right here on the sack. Looks like he's going to be okay, though.
Yeah, he looked like he was favoring something in the left leg. Appears to be fine now, but you're right. That O-line, they got to protect it. He's going to let this one go deep. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Almost feels like anything you can do, we're going to try and match or do better. We've already seen one touchdown pass from the opposition. They tried to equal it on that throw.
He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And he'll take it on this side of midfield. They juked him. A very nice job on the run back there. They'll get 23 yards all told. And the Jets will have a short field to work with as they take over 1st and 10.
Here we go, tonight.
On 1st and 10, it's Hall. Stopped short at the 25. The second effort couldn't free him. The numbers for Hall in last week's ball game. 17 carries, 70 yards, and a touchdown.
And when he went over 1,000 yards last week, you know what it did for their offense? It gave them a true identity because everyone's going to talk about this. The offensive line is going to take pride in it. Of course, the guy carrying the football will. But how about the coaching staff? When they go in to talk contracts, when they talk to reporters, hey, we had a 1,000-yard rusher this year. That means something in today's NFL.
3rd and 4.
To throw is Fields. He'll try and do this himself. And he's going to have a first down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line. Fields, we know he has the good mobility. He flashes it there as he scrambles for the first down.
1st and 10 at the 17-yard line.
Here we go, son. Go.
Fields going to toss this quickly out wide, complete. And he'll be stopped up at the line of scrimmage with a flag down. Let's check on the call. Too far downfield, something those linemen have to watch out for, and that time it costs them. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Second quarter now from MetLife Stadium. The Jets with the football here as they've got it with a first down coming up. Now Fields. Now he's going to step up and run. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at second down.
They made a nice effort to stick him with a loss for that play, but it's going to take more than that to keep him from advancing the ball. Should be an entertaining battle anytime he tucks and runs over the second half of this contest.
Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Bates. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line.
1st and goal at the 6-yard line.
They'll run with Hall. And he gets a little bit closer. Takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go do.
And he is in. Touchdown, New York. Breece Hall, his 8th rushing touchdown on the year. And they are able to add on to their advantage. They go I formation, fullback leads the way for the touchdown. Sort of a lost art, isn't it?
It really is, but sometimes when you're able to bring it back and use it against other teams, they're not prepared for it. They haven't seen it in a while, and now you gain an advantage, and we just saw that advantage result in a touchdown.
A point after, good by Groupie. And that pushes the lead up to 11. After the touchdown, here's Groupie to kick this one away. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The 49ers offense and Matthew Stafford set to take over once again. And he's done everything you could have asked for coming in. He's spread it around. He hasn't taken many chances. And he's potentially on his way to a big game throwing the football. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Their deficit is 11, 14-3, and needing to get something going here as they come up on 1st and 10. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
18 guard.
Operating from the gun, Jones. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now gives them much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Rifles one, that's going to be intercepted. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Jet touchdown. Excellent play there, CD, on the pick 6. And I think were they a Michael, do they have an extra DB out there?
Yeah, Brandon, I think they were in standard nickel, not the Buffalo, as teams like to call it, meaning 3 safeties for big nickel. They just want to take away the quarterback's throwing lanes, and that's exactly what they did, and came through with a big-time pick 6.
Rupi able to add the PAT. And the lead is up to 18 now.
49ers 3.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Niners offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And as you see on the graphic, he's right up there with the best in the league when it comes to throwing touchdowns. Currently second in the NFL at this point of the season. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make second down, second and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Jones. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
It's a gain of 18. And the 49ers first down. A gain of 18.
Now a play fake here on first down.
First down.
Oh, and for the first time this season, he's intercepted. And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line. So the interception there. And, Charles, I'd imagine that's something you can maybe live with in December, but not come January.
And I love how you make the distinction there. You're talking about regular season versus the postseason, the playoffs. Because these guys, they've already clinched a playoff spot, but they know, looking ahead, when they get into the postseason, they've got to take better care of the football because turnovers in that situation, they really become magnified.
And the 49ers defense gets ready here as they try back out there. Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play. Everybody was coming on the blitz that time, and they got home.
And you know the expression, hat on a hat, in terms of blocking, trying to keep your quarterback protected? Well, if you don't have enough hats, that's the end result. Your quarterback goes down, and sometimes he goes down hard.
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
Brings up third down and 17.
Here we go.
Here's Fields. They'll set up the screen for Hall. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. Here's Daniel Wheeling now. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. San Francisco set to go on offense once more. Now they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right,
throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. On first down, he'll drop to throw. That's over the middle and caught by Pearsall. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
A gain of 11 on the play. First down, San Francisco.
McCaffrey running up the middle. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 43-yard line.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Called a gain of 3 on the play. And 3rd and 8 now. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. On third down, he'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete. The Jets defense making things difficult there. Fourth down.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. At that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
On fourth down, Jones. Over the middle, complete to Samuel. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. The conversion is successful with a sizable gain of 13, and the decision to go for it looks like a smart one. So the drive stays alive after the fourth down conversion. First and 10 inside the 30. Now a handoff looking right. Down to the 22-yard line. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. Second down and 6 now.
Go. After 60.
Looking to throw. Jones. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
And that's where you're counting on a receiver's size being an advantage. They were hoping he could go up the top of a smaller DB and haul that one in. A good thought, but that time it didn't work out.
A bullet throw, but incomplete. The Jets defense making things difficult there. Fourth down.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw him break out on third down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
So the 3 points there, and CD that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
After the field goal, on to kick it away, it's Pinheiro. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The New York set to take the field. You know, in our research packet this week, prepping for the game, so many articles from the local beat writer about the offensive struggles of this team and what will they do this offseason. What do you think they'll do?
Well, number one, they take to the self-scouting report. And every team that's any good does this. They have outside groups. Check out their team, scout them, and tell you who can play, who can't play, and reasons why. Some of it may just be health. They have to get some guys healthy and back out on the field. But overall, evaluate this squad and make the changes that you need to.
Here we go. You good?
Fields now to throw. Looking here for Smith downfield. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
That might be the third down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
And here's Daniel wheeling on now to punt. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Niners will go on offense. First and 10. San Francisco's offense returns to the field. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each.
And got his man complete. Well, he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A gain of 39 that time.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
They set up the screen to McCaffrey. They'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark it down at the 9. 18 yards there, and it'll be a first and goal.
Well, partner, they've used it quite well out of the backfield in this one. And here's another nice example. They set up the screen, and he's able to pick his way downfield for a nice gain there.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
Not a whole lot there on 1st and goal, and that's what you're looking for defensively. You'll certainly live with giving up just a yard or 2 in this situation.
And the ball situated at the 9, 2nd and goal. Back to throw. Jones. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Christian McCaffrey from 8 yards out. And the 49ers get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Week after week, Charles, when we see this offense operate, I don't know, they just seem to get more impressive.
They certainly do, and let's face it, it's no surprise they're the best in the NFL in scoring. This team designs things well and executes even better. And here, it only takes a few snaps before they're in the end zone. That's how they demoralize teams. That's how they put them on notice.
The 49ers will line up for the 2-point conversion.
They'll look to throw. And this is going to be caught, so they do get it. And the 2 points, now they're back down to a 1-score deficit. And around the goal line, especially on 2-point tries, sometimes the QB's best friend is that big target, the tight end.
I love how you described it, because you know he's going to have some length and some catch radius, as well as a big body to keep people away from the football.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. And a stoppage here. We're going to need to take a moment as a Jet was shaken up on that one. Always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And with a little under a minute to go, still time to try to put a drive together to add to their lead should they so choose. A play fake, now Fields to throw. He's going to float this over the middle deep. And they do finally get him, but he takes it to the 25. A big play there just before halftime. 48 yards. Out of the gun, Fields. Now he'll tuck this and run. And Fields going to have the first down before sliding to a halt to avoid the contact.
That's another Jets first down.
They'll drop the throw. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
18-yard line.
From the gun, here's Fields. Taken in left side, it's Wilson. And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15. A gain of 3.
Here we go.
Brings up
And they'll send the tight end in motion here. Now it's Fields. And they're going to get him. They bring him down with a sack back at the 16-yard line. Michael Williams. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half. Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the first half. So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the first half. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. On 4th down, on his groupie to try to field goal. This a 33-yard attempt. And his kick is good. And the lead works its way up to 10, 24-14. So a capper there to a pretty good first half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And with only 4 seconds on the clock, time likely for just 1 snap of the football. Jones A final shot before break. Looking deep downfield. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. So halftime straight ahead. Let's get you down to the Sunshine State and Scott Hansen with our EA Sports halftime report.
Okay, Brandon, thank you. It is Week 17. Playoff spots on the line, seeding on the line, coaching jobs may be on the line. Let's dive in. Our look around the NFL starts now. Huntington Bank Field in Cleveland. It's the Browns at home to take on the Jaguars. And this is Dylan Sampson. And this will turn into one of the best plays of the week. He's gone. From there, it's on to Cincinnati, checking in on the Bengals as they host the Tennessee Titans. And here's the Bengals wideout. He's going to find an opening down the field and pull this one in. 52 yards, touchdown. This one's at halftime, and it's the Bengals with an 8-point advantage, 21-13 the score at the break. Lastly, let's go to Atlanta. It's the Falcons taking on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And this is Bucky Irving. Spots an opening, capitalizes on it, 15 yards for the touchdown. With that, we'll show you the playoff picture in the NFC. Still lots to be decided as we speed towards a conclusion next week. Meanwhile, in our game, both teams have been able to move the ball effectively. It might be a question of which defense can make a stand in the second half as we send you back out to Brandon and Charles.
Jets set to receive this third quarter kickoff, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in the second half. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The defense of San Francisco marching back onto the field now. They're going to need to play, to be frank, more inspired football here in the third and fourth quarters.
You have to believe that the coaches at the half talk to them about hitting the reset button. Let's start over again like we're starting the game, okay?
Like you're playing a video game.
Almost like a video game, exactly. But where's the intensity? Where's the focus? Show the preparation that we had in practice, and let's put it into action.
And despite a nice juke there, really good move, he only gets about a yard, and it brings up second down. And Charles, as we've covered, they've already clinched their spot in the postseason, so now they just want to avoid adding any additional names to this list before the postseason begins.
Terrific observation, because trying to move up a spot, I don't know if it's worth it if you're trying to play guys who aren't quite right. Get them healthy, get ready for the playoffs, make your move then.
We'll see what they have drawn up here, a little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. Fields. Now he's going to step up and run. Fields, such an athletic quarterback, gets him the first.
At this point, this offense feels like they could just roll out anything, and it would work. They are certainly in no hurry for this one to end. Now when they can rack up some stats and continue to add to their lead.
Now he's able to push his way forward somehow for a gain of about 2 yards. A second down now. This is 2nd and 8. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to third down. And a stoppage here. We're going to need to take a moment as a Jet was shaken up on that one. From the gun on third down, Fields. That is caught. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 39. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time.
Here we go, son.
Here's Fields. They're unable to connect, but a late flag comes in. And the contact may have come too early. They've done a good job on these receivers, pretty much held them in check. They're a little too close for comfort.
And you're always looking for a play. To get you going, right? You're looking for someone to make one. But maybe this penalty, this pass interference call, that can help shake them loose.
This is Wilson on the jet sweep. On this one, they need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss.
At the 37-yard line.
Looking to throw. Fields. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. And we're going to stop play here, at least momentarily. It looks like there is a 49er who's in some discomfort. So another 3rd down conversion, and now they've got a 1st and goal. Back to the ground with Hall. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
And now defensively, you have to look at this like the game's on the line. It's just the 3rd quarter, but another touchdown given up here could really spell an end to their chances. So they need to toughen up and keep them out of the end zone.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down.
Here we go, son.
Back to throw. Fields. And off-balance throw there, and it's going to wind up incomplete. Following the play here, now we've got an injury. But not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment. On 4th down, on his groupie to try the field goal. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And his kick here is good. And that will extend their lead even further. Well, they picked up right where they left off in the first half. First drive after the break, they come away with 3 and increase that lead.
Yeah, and you just want to keep building on that lead, don't you? Whether it's 6 points or 3 points, take everything you can get, keep maneuvering, keep adding to it, keep making it difficult for them to come back.
And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The visitors' offense and Christian McCaffrey ready to go once more. And he's been a tough guy to contain this year, and his numbers reflect that, as you can see right here. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And their deficit a little wider now than it was at halftime following the field goal a moment ago.
But the goal is still the same because you know they want to come out, establish a rhythm in the second half, and get going. Make no mistake about it, though. Kicking field goals, not in their game plan. They need to get the ball in the end zone. Well, they certainly have their share of troubles running the football in this one, but this play is almost an extension of the running game right here. They set up the screen, let him work out in space on the perimeter, and he turns it into a big pickup.
Now Jones. And that is incomplete. Wow, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yes, let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks. He seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. Again, he'll drop to throw. Working the middle of the field, he's got a man incomplete. And he is going to have a 49ers first down as they're able to convert, albeit not by much, on 3rd and a yard.
2 yards on the play. First down, San Francisco.
Back to throw again. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here on this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
On 2nd and 10, Jones. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
That's a gain of 3. It's 3rd and 7.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. He'll try and do this himself. They'll throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
He's got 9 points on field goals now. He's made 3 of them. That gets him a bit closer, but there's no question they need to start turning some of these 3s into 6s.
And for him, it's not his concern, right? He just goes out there when they call on him and goes in and puts points up on the board. But the offense has got to get together and figure out what's stalling their drives, so they have to keep calling on him.
A hit and a loose football. The 49er defense now heading back out there. And with a deficit here, they gave up the field goal last time, but with this deficit, Charles, how important is a stop on this drive?
Extremely. And you know that they heard it on the sideline. You know they heard it going out onto the field, and they're telling it to each other. No more points given up. We've got a chance to still get into this game.
As a defensive guy, you kind of like that challenge? So you don't want to be down, but do you like that challenge?
You don't want to be in that position, and you wish you had taken the challenge a little bit earlier, but now, this is it. It has to happen at this point.
Now a timeout called for by the defense. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. He finds his man, complete. It's Bates. Calling a gain of 6 on the play. And now we've got a 3rd down and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. From the gun on 3rd down, Fields. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Ball popped free. We could hear it all the way up here. Those guys down on the field alerting everyone of the fumble. He's lucky that his offensive mates picked him up and jumped on it.
Yeah, and you have to think to yourself, and I'm sure they've been echoing it on the sideline and into the huddle. Guys, we have the lead. Just take care of the football. Don't make it easier for them to start to make a comeback.
Here's the Jets punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Taken at the 37. It'll be a 10-yard return following a punt of 45. And out will come the offense as they take over. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chance. We'll see if they can get the score. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there. Forced the ball free, and it's second down.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
A couple of quick incompletions, and now they're just one more away from getting off the field. They've got options now. Could they dial up a blitz here or just drop everyone into coverage to crowd the throwing lanes?
Throw left side. McCaffrey's got it. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. Here comes the 49ers punter now as he'll punt it away for the second time. This is taken at the 15. A nice return that time of about 14 yards. And the Jets will take over. And New York set to take the field. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. Ball on the 30 now. Here's second and 9.
Here we go. Good.
Here's Hall again. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Still needing 10 yards. Now it's third down.
Third and 10.
Here we go.
Back to throw. Fields throwing quickly to Wilson. And he is stopped just short on third down. Got 9 yards, but needed 10. On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. So it's a quarter that saw these two teams trade field goals here as we've reached the end of 3 quarters of play. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here at MetLife Stadium. It's 49er football, but some ground to cover. They find themselves behind as we hit the fourth and final quarter. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. So here's a first and 10 at the 38.
49er first down. A gain of 13 yards.
Up the gut, McCaffrey to the 43, second down.
If you're a coach, you'll absolutely take that run every time on first down because it really sets you up to go in a number of directions here on second.
Throwing, Jones. Connects with Kittle underneath. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on third down. This offense on third down today, not so hot. 2 for 9 to this point. They're up against a 3rd-and-1 situation. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. An effective 7-yard third down conversion.
First and 10.
Back to throw now on first down. To the sideline and incomplete.
Offense is moving it a little bit out and back on their heels, but they earn a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
That's complete to Pearsall. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 34-yard line.
That's another 49er first down. First and 10 at the 34-yard line.
They'll look to throw again. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
And they're at the point of the ball game now where they've got to take some chances. They've got to put the ball in the air and just see what happens. But this defense knows that all too well.
To throw again on second down. Jones. Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a third down.
Well, it looked like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
They'll get this out wide here to McCaffrey. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. The Niners passing game in sync now. They've got another first down.
First and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Off the bootleg. Jones. Turned the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete.
And that's where you want to use your big tight end. Let him use his size and frame to go up and get the deep ball in the end zone. But that time, they couldn't connect.
Throwing again on second and 10. Jones. Now they go screen. It's complete. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Now Jones from the gun on third down. And that is too far out in front. He couldn't haul it in. Incomplete.
What an excellent defensive stand there in the red zone. Nice tight coverage. They certainly recognized how important it was to bring up fourth down here.
A 34-yard attempt.
The kick by Pinheiro is good. And this is back down to a 7-point game. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
And he'll be stopped up at the 25. And New York set to take the field. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you want to be a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage, how would you say, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs, and the goal? End the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
Marshawn Lattimore there defensively.
Here we go.
To throw is Fields. Now he'll tuck this and run. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to the 30. Here's the Jets punter now as he's on for the 5th time here today. Fielded at about the 28. Call it an even 40-yard punt. 7, though, on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. The 49ers offense now, they get set to head back on the field. Well, the defense got its job done, forcing the punt. Now the formula pretty simple. They need to find the end zone here. A field goal doesn't help them much. The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking. But the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
From the 44, Jones.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
Well, this crowd trying to force a false start here. 3rd and inches. Jones keeping it on the sneak. And he is going to have the Niners first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game.
At the 46-yard line.
So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. I tell you, it has not been his best day throwing the football. He really needs to piece something together here.
All will be forgiven if he leads him into the end zone.
Now Jones. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Quentin Williams in there to drop him as that clock continues to run. Here's 2nd down. Here's Jones. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Well, they know anything less than a touchdown here at this late stage is going to be no good. They were going for it all right there, but it was just too hard to adjust to that one in the air, and it winds up incomplete.
And this play going to be stopped in its tracks at the 32, and obviously well short of the 1st down.
It drives some people crazy to see those short throws underneath. They've got to find a way to gash the defense downfield.
It's got to have it time. 4th and 9.
Here we go. Drop roll 80.
Desperation time now. Here's Jones. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and that will force a turnover on downs. The Jets offense and quarterback Justin Fields heading back out there. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been that successful. He just processes things so quickly and makes a right read seemingly every time. We got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on 1st down. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in the 4th. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe to get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college and happen in the NFL. The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. So Matthew Stafford in the offense. Down 27-20, 34 seconds to go. They need a touchdown and the PAT to tie it as they come up 1st and 10. He's going to let it fly. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Another try, 2nd and 10 now. Jones. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
And 10 yards to go.
19.
Jones. He's going to go up top again. And that'll be incomplete as it's knocked away. But a penalty flag is down. So who's this going to be on? So since that last play got nothing, they'll go ahead and decline the penalty. And that forces a 4th down situation. No choice but to go. Here's 4th down now. To throw is Jones. He's going to let it go again. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Jets are going to get the football here in great field position. Fields down to a knee here, and that should just about put a bow on this one.
So it's a victory here for the New York Jets. And we talk so much about the turnover battles, determining who wins, who loses. This game, no exception. Error-free football, no turnovers at all, and they win it.
So this is one you don't have to convince your team that what you're saying is accurate. And you know what I'm talking about. Head coach always stands up in front of the team and says, guys, if we do this, this, and this, we'll win. And usually they say if we win the turnover battle, we'll win. Well, here's the proof right there. Win the turnover battle, go on to victory. Now the guys believe. You move on to the next lesson where you have to convince them. This one is now planted.
So for the Jets, they moved to 7-9 on the year with the win. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.